Welcome back to Simply Sports Science, the home of clear, simple and powerful explanations for everything you need to be successful in IB Sports Science. Alright, let's explore one of the most extraordinary systems in our bodies, our nervous systems. If the muscular system is the engine that drives movement, then the nervous system is the control centre, the brain, the wires and the circuits that makes everything happen. It coordinates every thought, every movement and every reaction that we have, from sprinting on the track to flinching when a ball flies past our face. So let's take some time to break it down really clearly. The nervous system is divided into two main parts, the central nervous system, known as CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, known as PNS. So let's start with the central nervous system. The CNS is made up of the brain and the spinal cord. Think of it as the decision-making headquarters. The brain receives information, interprets it, and sends out commands. The spinal cord acts like a high-speed motorway, carrying messages to and from the brain. For example, if you touch something hot, receptors in your skin send a signal to the spinal cord. The spinal cord can actually trigger a quick, automatic response, pulling your hand away, before the brain even fully registers what's happening. That's called a reflex action, and it shows just how fast and efficient our system is. Then there's the PNS, the peripheral nervous system, that includes all the nerves that branch out from the spinal cord to the rest of the body. These are the communication lines that link the central nervous system to muscles, organs, and sensory receptors. They're divided into two main groups, the somatic and the autonomic nervous systems. The somatic nervous system controls voluntary movement, the actions we consciously decide to make. When you decide to kick a ball, to raise your hand, to jump, your brain sends signals through somatic motor neurons to your muscles. It's precise, controlled, and deliberate. The autonomic nervous system, on the other hand, controls involuntary functions, the things your body does automatically. This includes heart rate, breathing, digestion, and blood pressure. You don't have to think about these. Your body manages them subconsciously to keep you alive and balanced. Within the autonomic system, there are two branches that constantly balance each other out. The sympathetic nervous system, which prepares the body for action, that's your fight or flight response, things like heart rate, pupils dilating, and blood being redirected to working muscles. Then there's the parasympathetic nervous system, which does the opposite. It calms the body down after stress, slowing the heart rate and helping you recover and to digest food. This balance between excitement and recovery is essential for athletes. It's how we manage stress, control performance, and recover efficiently. Now, how does your information actually travel through the nervous system? This is where neurons come in. Neurons are the basic working units of the nervous system, specialized cells that transmit electrical impulses. They're like tiny messengers carrying instructions around the body at incredible speeds. Each neuron has three main parts: the cell body, or soma, which contains the nucleus and keeps the neuron functioning; dendrites, which receive incoming signals from other neurons; and the axon, a long fibre that carries electrical impulses away from the cell body towards other neurons or muscles. Many axons are covered in a myelin sheath, a fatty layer that acts like insulation on an electrical wire. It speeds up the transmission of impulses so reactions can happen in milliseconds. At the end of the axon are axon terminals, which pass the signal onto the next neuron or directly to a muscle fibre via a tiny gap called a synapse. The electrical impulse triggers the release of chemicals called neurotransmitters, which cross the synapse and continue the message on its way. It's an elegant, lightning-fast communication system. In some cases, nerve impulses can travel over 100 meters per second. There are three main types of neuron, each with a specific role in transmitting information. Sensory neurons carry information from sense organs to the central nervous system. For example, pressure receptors in your skin detecting a touch and sending signals to the spinal cord. Relay neurons act as a link. They connect sensory neurons to motor neurons inside the brain or spinal cord, and motor neurons that carry the command from the central nervous system to muscles or glands. When a motor neuron fires, the muscle contracts. That's how movement happens. Together, these three types of neuron create what's known as a reflex arc, a direct automatic pathway that protects the body from harm. Reflexes are lightning fast because they bypass the brain's decision-making process. In sport and exercise, the nervous system is everything. It controls reaction time, coordination, balance, and movement precision. For example, when a sprinter hears the starting gun, sensory neurons detect the sound, relay neurons process it in the brain, and motor neurons send signals to the leg muscles to explode away from the blocks. The faster this pathway operates, the better the performance. And training can actually enhance how efficiently the nervous system works, improving reaction time, firing patterns, and muscle activation. This is why elite athletes seem to react almost before something happens. Their neural pathways are highly refined. So let's sum up. The central nervous system, the brain and spinal cord, is our control center. The peripheral nervous system carries signals to and from the rest of the body. The somatic system controls voluntary movement, and the autonomic system manages involuntary actions and balances the body through its sympathetic and parasympathetic branches. And neurons are the messengers, sensory, relay, and motor, that transmit information rapidly and precisely. Together, this network allows us to think, move, react, and perform instantly and intelligently. The nervous system is the ultimate control mechanism behind every action in sport and every movement in our lives. Thanks for watching Simply Sports Science. If you found this helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our IB Sports Science content. We've got revision guides, exam tips and clear explanations to help you be successful. And don't forget to visit us at www.simplysportscience.co.uk. Join us again next time where we'll keep making sports science simple.